Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So again, if you don't know me yet, my name is MM1 Bendita. I have been in the Navy for over 13 years now. Uh, Again, this video is about Medical Enlisted Commissioning Program, MECP. So I'm one of the MECP selectees back in academic year 2024. So as some of you, I'm not sure if you have seen my previous video. Again, it took me 5 times to apply for the program. Uh, so I decided to make this video because currently I'm doing my summer class for 2025. So I have more time now. I'm not saying that I'm not busy, but yeah, sort of. But again, I have more time now to do, again, make some videos. And actually, like, hopefully this would help out some people who wants to apply for the program, because the videos that I made like a year ago, almost 2 years ago, are watched by some people that I'm not even aware that it's like, it's still getting some views on it. So I just want to help them out. I'm gonna make like a series of video about like the MISA program, because it's a lot of information to cover in just one video. And as it's the same as lecture. If you make a long video too much, some people would fall asleep, right? It's just gonna bore these people out. So in this video, I'm just gonna focus on what are the eligibility requirements to apply for MECP. So what makes a certain sailor to able to apply for the program. All right, so I'm pulling out this info from med.navy.mil. So basically, if you're applying for a program, like med.navy.mil is the actual like go-to website that tells you all the information, all the checklists, and all the instructions that you have to be familiar when applying for the program. So this one is, you can see the checklist under chapter 5, MECP, under the instruction OPNAV instruction 1420.1 Bravo. Let me see what's the current revision. 14 December 09. So if you scroll down on chapter 5 and number 3, eligibility requirements. To be eligible to apply, there are gonna be certain criteria, right? So 1, you have to be a U.S. citizen. So yeah, that's the main thing. Because some people, I'm not sure now, like how it works now. Because like when I first joined the Navy, I grew up in the Philippines, so I had a green card status. And when I joined the Navy, I had to renounce my citizenship, and then apply to become a U.S. citizen, and it happened during boot camp. So that was easy for me. But again, if you're already an American, you're like born by Americans, or you grew up here, or you were born here in the U.S. soil, then you already met that criteria. All right, so age requirement. So this can disqualify some people depending on your situation, right? Especially because I did recruiting duty too. So again, now you can actually join the Navy at an older age compared to like the previous, like years before. So over here, age requirement: candidates must be able to complete the baccalaureate nursing degree requirements and be commissioned prior to their 42nd birthday. So you have to get your degree before your 42nd birthday. So you can't really waive that. There's certain ways you can actually like play around it if you're still applying for the program. Because again, there's different routes to get your BSN. So what I'm doing right now, even though I have a bachelor's degree in healthcare management, is I'm doing the traditional route, which helps me, of course, like in a way, because at first I was like, why not get the accelerated program, because I already have a bachelor's degree. But doing the traditional program also like helps me get a feel of what nursing is, like getting all those clinicals helps me like to become more comfortable in patient care. Because sometimes like academic wise, some people are actually smart to be able to pass the exams, but you don't want to become a nurse and later on get qualified NCLEX and you're not even comfortable in touching people, especially you have to take care of them, like doing those IVs, uh, doing all those assessments. So you have to be comfortable in actually like touching people and having to like expose yourself with all the body fluids and like stuff. Not really exposed, I guess you have to wear your PPE, but I mean like actually doing patient care. Yeah, so you have to do it for the second birthday. So again, one is traditional route, and if you do have your degree, some schools like like our CCNA accredited or NALC accredited, they actually offer like 16 months accelerated or 12 months accelerated program. So it's quicker for you to actually get your BSN. But again, I think the application process is gonna be more tougher because they only like, again, every nursing school is kind of difficult to get into because they can only take a certain amount of students. Because again, they limit, like hospitals have limits also. They can't accommodate like 1,000 students to like do the clinicals because they also have their own policy protocols to follow, right? So yeah, but again, that you need to get your BSN before getting your 42nd birthday. All right, the number 3 requirements over here is moral character and conduct. So I'm just gonna read it, right? So applicants must be of good moral character and have no court-martial conviction or civilian felony conviction, except for minor traffic violations like speeding tickets, during the 3 years preceding 1 October of the FY in which the selection is held. So 3 years, example, if you're applying for this fiscal year, because again, the deadline for MECP is application is like September this year, right? And then the board will convene after. So you can't have any court-martial within the 3 years back, right? So it's like 2025 now, 2024, 2023, 2022. So before, October 2022 until this coming October 2025, you can't really have any, trouble like NJP trouble or court-martial and stuff like that, except for minor traffic violations. Let's see. All minor traffic violations must be listed on this application. So for me, I didn't have to like worry about this one. I didn't get in trouble, so I was like good in not getting in trouble, behaving myself. But over here, if you do have a minor traffic violation, you have to list that one on the OPNAV instruction also when you're applying for the program. And over here, also the other ones like DUI, driving while intoxicated, is a major traffic violation. Is disqualifying if within 4 years preceding 1 October of the FY. So those like DUI and DWI you can't have that 4 years instead of 3 years, right? So they give you a longer time frame to not having that problem. All right, so that and drug use. The next one with drug use, I mean, and then a felony conviction of any record of in-service drug, alcohol, regardless of the date, is disqualified from MECP. So you can't have any drugs like marijuana, cocaine. Again, some people would argue like, marijuana is legal. Again, for federal service personnel, service member, it's still not. We're not allowed or authorized to do that. So it's disqualifying, especially if you're gonna be trying to like get into a medical field. We're here. Abuse of drug, alcohol was prescribed. Service of Okay, a person who is drug or alcohol dependent abuses drugs or alcohol. So like over here, again, I don't have these problems, right? Like even if you have alcohol problems also, it can actually hurt your application as well. So you can't really have that. Because again, if you become a nurse, like you're gonna administer medication. So if you already have a prior problem, the risk of you becoming, or like getting back to that habit is highly likely. All right, so next eligibility requirement will be active duty service. So over here, be serving on active duty as an enlisted personnel in any rating of the U.S. or Navy Reserve, including full-time support. Reserves on ADSW 1, 2, 3 recall CANREC are not eligible program. So over here, you can only apply for MECP if you're active duty or if you're TAR. Again, sometimes I get confused too, because like TAR is training and administration of reserves, or full FTS, full-time support. So those are the people who actually work at the NOSC, reserve centers, who actually manages the cell rest or any reserve personnel. So only those people, active duty or TAR or FTS, are able to apply for MECP. If you're CANREC, like cancer recruiter, because some of the reservists, like when I was in recruiting also, they also like allow reservists to become a recruiter, so they call CANREC. So it's like a three-year recall program, and then other people apply for ADSW so that they can actually have income, steady income, instead of like being jobless. So yeah. All right, so next would be performance records. So to be able to apply for MECP, you have to have a good performance record as well as a strong academic potential. So this is the reason why I think for me that's the reason why kind of like I was not competitive, because again the GPA counts as well, not just like the overall GPA. They're more likely looking into the science GPA, like anatomy, physiology, chemistry, statistics, math, like those subjects. Now if you're good at English 101 or humanities, it's not gonna really like factor too high when it comes to like GPA, because again when you're applying for nursing schools want to like see all the prereqs with the B or higher, because again like if you don't have a strong foundation in those courses, you're gonna struggle in nursing school, right? So you have to have the foundation, because even though like I know some people who did well on the prereq science courses, but they still having a hard time in actually like passing the core nursing classes. But again, it all depends though. Again, I'm just like giving you the info to like give an idea of how things work sometimes. And performance evaluation, so it's gonna be evals, right? You have to get a good eval to be able to apply. Some people most likely what do you call this? I know some people got selected during my time that they just joined the Navy, so it was harder for them to actually like get a good or document that they have a strong eval. But I'm guessing they have like a good eval when they join, even though for 6 months, and then they probably have like other stuff that are outstanding. Because again, like when it comes to package, it's just not like just one thing that they look into. Sometimes it's like a general. Because some people, when they get, similar things, like if they're ranking people, most likely, I've never been to a ranking board, but they might have all the same, like some candidates have the same qualifications, but there's something that, like makes someone stand out for something. So that might be like, like people got in even though they haven't had the good performance record yet, but they are outstanding in other stuff. All right, over here, it's gonna be education and scholastic aptitude. So over here, be a high school graduate. So most people who actually been able to join the Navy already met the criteria, because like you can even join the Navy with just a GED. But like minimum is high school graduate. Number 2 on that, like under that section, have a certified copy of your SAT or ACT, no older than 3 years from application. So again, you have to like take the SAT, and SAT or ACT, either one. Whatever score that you feel that you're gonna have like the highest grade or score, then use that. Again, it's only good for 3 years, so if you get picked up within that time frame, then good for you. But if not, on the last year, again, plan to retake it instead of you scrambling to be able to take the SAT or SAT, especially if you're gonna be deployed. Because I know some people in my shift last time, like they want to apply, but they don't have SAT or SAT scores. So try to like plan that one. Again, a good quality of an officer is going to be a proper time management. So you actually have to like plan ahead, not just like seeing things in the present. You have to like look a year from now what's going to happen, and so on and so forth. Again, minimum for SAT is going to be 500 math, and then 500 score for critical reading and verbal. Then if you're taking the ACT, it's going to be 42. So 21 for math, and then 21 for English. Alright, so next criteria under education, you have to apply for acceptance to a nursing school. So it can't just be any nursing school, so the nursing school needs to be accredited. So there's gonna be 2 accreditation of nursing schools that you can choose. So it doesn't really there's no preference in one or the other. Either the school is accredited by NLNAC, which is a Nursing Accrediting Commission, or the CCNE, as I mentioned earlier. Also, it's gonna be a Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education. So either one of those. Also, there's gonna be other, nursing schools that are military friendly, because there's a lot of MECPers who are in that school, and then we're in the program. So if you want me to make another video about some military friendly schools, just comment down below hey, MM1, if you can talk about military friendly schools, nursing schools. Yeah, I'll do it. But if not, I'm assuming that you actually have the idea or the info already. All right, so over here, next after that would be able to complete any prerequisites and the requirements for BSN within 36 months from the date of enrollment into MECP. Full-time student must be maintained throughout the calendar year, including fall, winter, spring, summer sessions. Therefore, acceptance must be to a college or university that offers classes applicable to MECP for each of those sessions. So, again, you have to be full-time, and then you need to finish your BSN within 36 months or less. That's why people who have, I'm gonna finish my degree in 28 months. Some people, they went for the accelerated nursing program, so they finish it earlier, so they can get commission quicker, faster. Again, you have to be full-time student. Status over here. There's some things that you can do, like externship programs, but I've never done that. I've never done that yet. So again, it's a different story in that one, but I'm not gonna make it complicated. You have to be full-time, have to finish your BSN within 36 months or less. All right, that's it. All right, next would be your GPA, cumulative GPA. So if you're in the program, if you're applying for the MECP program, minimum is 2.5 GPA, but that's the bare minimum though. You have to be higher than that. And at least completed minimum 45 quarters or 30 semester credit in undergraduate courses. Again, examples of the prereq courses would be chemistry 1, biology, anatomy, physiology 1, anatomy, physiology 2, some English classes, psychology, statistics, all that would count towards your BSN. If that course doesn't count towards your BSN, then you're gonna waste your time, and it's not really gonna help you in applying for MECP. It can probably help you get your degree or gen ed for something else, but for when it comes to MECP or BSN, it's not gonna help you. You can also, if you're active duty, take advantage of CLEP exams. So CLEP exams are college level entry program exams. So most of the exams, I took CLEP exams, probably 5 of them. You can actually take those on base. You have just log into College Board website, register, and then schedule an appointment with the Navy College Advisor in the base to proctor the exam and then take the exam. But when it comes to like courses like chemistry, A&P that requires a lab, the CLEP would not work. You actually have to get the course with the lab on it, like, you know, four credit units instead of 3. But for the other ones, like English, math, you can apply CLEP those exams as long as they are offered on Pearson VUE or any like. All right, so over here, number 6, individuals who already have a bachelor's degree or in nursing and must have a degree accepted by NAC or CCNA School of Nursing for which they are applying to graduate school. That I am not on that criteria, but again, if you do have your nursing degree already, and it just needs to be accepted by NAC or CCNE of the nursing school which you're applying for graduate school, like for your master's. Marital status, there's no restrictions, so you can be married, you can be single, you know, like you don't discriminate on that one. Whatever you are when it comes to the marital status. All right, physical qualifications. So must meet the physical standards, right? So before you can apply, you need to include in your package the officer commissioning physical. So it's a different from AV, like regular physicals, because it has more on it, like everything basically, EKG, audiogram, all of that, like medical dental. So you have to like perform this exam and make sure you're good to go before you can apply. Next criteria would be the CO endorsement. That would be the last piece of the puzzle, like the last piece that you need to have, because again, you know, most CEOs, they're not going to review your package, or your chain of command is not going to even like route your package unless it's complete. So the CO endorsement will be the last again, but when it comes to that, you have to like draft your own CO endorsement. So ask some, you know, get some format, like ask from previous selectees or people you know, and then kind of draft your own CO endorsement, and you know, have somebody review it, and then when you're ready to submit your package for routing, then the CO would review everything and then probably do some interview with you like about the program, and then they're gonna endorse you based on their recommendation. And then next would be the last thing over here for eligibility requirements would be the waivers. So waivers of eligibility requirements are reviewed by BUPERS. So BUPERS is the only authority when it comes to like waivers. So waivers of eligibility requirements other than minor physical defects are not normally granted. So again, based on what I mentioned earlier, I think traffic violations. I know some people, I'm not sure if it's like a rumor or it's actually true that, you know, like they can waive the SAT, ACT with proper exceptions, whatever. But again, I'm not BUPERS, right? So it all depends like the bill that's available, and then how the applicants actually like, you know, eligible when it comes to like the overall application process. All right, guys. So that was all the eligibility requirements for MECP. Yeah, it's a lot, right? So again, but if you're trying to apply for the visa program, don't give up though. For me, like, there's gonna be a lot of people like saying like, why keep trying? You already get denied like, you know, 4 times already. So, but again, if you really want the program, yeah, push yourself. You know, you're the only one who can actually like either push yourself or believe in yourself sometimes. But again, thank you guys for watching this video. If it helped you out a bit, just hit the thumbs up, and then comment if you have any questions. And again, like I'll try to make other videos like sections of MECP. I know there's gonna be a lot of already MECP, like, you know, info out there, but again, I'm trying to make one for my channel as well. All right, thank you.